Well, I did a little experiment in the last couple of days or weeks or whatever it is. I've been studying government programs and free money sources for 40 some years. I lost count already. I'm so goddamn old. But I really feel we all know this more. I mean, I feel the people on the street know about free things that they don't share. See, so that's what part of my work now is trying to educate people about what's out there. And there's only so much I can know, even though I've been studying for 40 years. I think people out there like crowdsourcing. So I'm starting to crowdsource, free money sources. So I went out and said, hey, anybody have a free money source, that you think I don't know? Or it doesn't matter whether I think I know about it or not, because they sent me so many. And I picked out 37 of them here that I want to go over with you. Now, whether you're watching this as a member of Lesko Help, I'll send you this whole report for free. If you're not a member of Lesko Help, then you could watch this video again. I'm going to show you the websites and talk about them so you could easily find them, yourself. And it's important. I think these are all important because they're not advertised. You can't find them on Google unless you know the actual names of the sites. Because if you're looking for help for money or grants or however you want to frame it, you're just going to get people that want to sell you something, like me. Yeah, and I sell on the internet. And see, but the big guys, they spend so much money on the sales and trying to get your attention. And so the people who give out money for free, the nonprofit organizations and the government offices and all these people that have money and help to help solve problems in your life, financial problems, or even, to do things that you always want to do in life. So, we stop, I think, from doing the things we really want to do in life because we think we need a lot of money and we don't have it and we can't borrow, we can't get a loan and things like that. Well, that's what these money programs from government agencies and nonprofit organizations, it's really money for people who can't get it elsewhere. If you could go and get your rich uncle to, lend you 50 grand for your business or whatever, then it's not for you. Yeah. Well, I mean, it can if you're eligible, and you're eligible is really depending on your idea. But it's really for people who don't have, So if you could get a loan, they don't want to give you a grant. See, and it doesn't matter what your credit rating is when you get a grant because you're not going to pay it back. So who the hell is what your credit rating? Now, I'm going to go over these 37 websites. So get a pencil and paper or rewind it when you get it. And every one of them will cost you $0. See, that's the important thing. They all cost $0 to take advantage of. And so now you have, places that aren't going to, charge you anything because, they're not going to give any money to Google. They already get grant money to give to you. Okay, now here's another thing about all these. They may or may not work for you. I mean, not only do you qualify or anything, but the qualifications, a lot of the neat programs are really local. Now, I'm going to include a lot of local programs here. And if you don't live in that area, that's okay. Because what I want you to know is that there may be a possibility of that kind of program is also by some other name in your area. So that's what I want you to do. Now here, I also give you 2 places to get free research help. So if you're not a member of Lesko Help, here are 2 places to get free research help. Okay, these are 2 free downloads. One is www.free.lesko.com/Google sucks. And this is a free report that shows you local people that will do research for you for free. That's right. These are people like your reference librarian, local hotlines that they have all over the country, how to use your elected officials to do, to get your grant money and things. So I explain all that, and there's videos in there. And then also the other one I have, I'm approaching my limit. Okay, I forgot to pay for more than 5 minutes. So let me stop, and I'll come back here, and we'll pick up that after I pay my $5 or whatever the heck they bought. I could do. See, I'm an old guy. I forget so much. Well, I did a little experiment in the last couple of days or weeks or whatever it is. I've been studying government programs and free money sources for 40 some years. I lost count already. I'm so goddamn old. But I really feel we all know this more. I mean, I feel the people on the street know about free things that they don't share. See, so that's what part of my work now is trying to educate people about what's out there. And there's only so much I can know, even though I've been studying for 40 years. I think people out there like crowdsourcing. So I'm starting to crowdsource, free money sources. So I went out and said, hey, anybody have a free money source, that you think I don't know? Or it doesn't matter whether I think I know about it or not, because they sent me so many. And I picked out 37 of them here that I want to go over with you. Now, whether you're watching this as a member of Lesko Help, I'll send you this whole report for free. If you're not a member of Lesko Help, then you could watch this video again. I'm going to show you the websites and talk about them, so you could easily find them, yourself. And it's important. I think these are all important because they're not advertised. You can't find them on Google unless you know the actual names of the sites. Because if you're looking for help for money or grants or however you want to frame it, you're just going to get people that want to sell you something, like me. Yeah, and I sell on the internet. And see, but the big guys, they spend so much money on the sales and trying to get your attention. And so the people who give out money for free, the nonprofit organizations and the government offices and all these people that have money and help to help solve problems in your life, financial problems, or even, to do things that you always want to do in life. So, we stop, I think, from doing the things we really want to do in life because we think we need a lot of money and we don't have it and we can't borrow, we can't get a loan and things like that. Well, that's what these money programs from government agencies and nonprofit organizations, it's really money for people who can't get it elsewhere. If you could go and get your rich uncle to, lend you 50 grand for your business or whatever, then it's not for you. Yeah. Well, I mean, it can if you're eligible, and you're eligible is really depending on your idea. But it's really for people who don't have, So if you could get a loan, they don't want to give you a grant. See, and it doesn't matter what your credit rating is when you get a grant because you're not going to pay it back. So who the hell cares what your credit rating? Now, I'm going to go over these 37 websites. So get a pencil and paper or rewind it when you get it. And every one of them will cost you zero. See, that's the important thing. They all cost zero to take advantage of. And so now you have, places that aren't going to, charge you anything because, they're not going to give any money to Google. They already get money, grant money to give to you. Okay, now here's another thing about all these. They may or may not work for you. I mean, not only do you qualify or anything, but the qualifications, a lot of the neat programs are really local. Now, I'm going to include a lot of local programs here. And if you don't live in that area, that's okay. Because what I want you to know is that there may be a possibility of that kind of program is also by some other name in your area. So that's what I want you to do. Now here, I also give you 2 places to get free research help. So if you're not a member of Lesko Help, here are 2 places to get free research help. Okay, these are 2 free downloads. One is www.free.lesko.com/Google sucks. And this is a free report that shows you local people that will do research for you for free. That's right. These are people like your reference librarian, local hotlines that they have all over the country, how to use your elected officials to do, to get your grant money and things. So I explain all that, and there's videos in there. And then also the other one I have, I'm approaching my limit. Okay, I forgot to pay for more than 5 minutes. So let me stop, and I'll come back here, and we'll pick up that after I pay my $5 or whatever the heck they bought. I could do. See, I'm an old guy. I forget so much. Okay, me again. I'm sorry. We were interrupted because the cheapskate didn't pay his bill. Well, I paid it again. So here's the two free researchers. The two links I have to get free research help to find things like I mentioned in these 37, freebies, to find if they're not for you in your area, how to find similar ones in your area. So the one is the 6 places. You download that report. There's six people who will, organizations really, that do free research for you on a local level. Now, also I have 37 videos that explain the kinds of things that are available anywhere in the United States. Every city, every county, everything. They have like 80% of these that I talk about in here. So, and they're only about a minute or two a piece, maybe 3 at the most. And if you go through those short videos, it's a way to learn everything that you're eligible for. Whether it's burial money or money to get $100,000 job. These kinds of things that are out there, and every city and state has them, and you have to know where they are. And that's what I'm trying to train people. Okay, let's go through the list now. Okay, here's one: $2,000 to train for a new job. Okay, now this is called the Gains Program, and it's in New Jersey, and it's a growing, apprenticeship. It's an apprenticeship program. So what they do, they give you $2,000, for on-the-job training. So if you don't know how to do something, what the state does is pay a business $2,000 to train you. So you don't know how to do something. Oh, I can't hire you because you don't know how to do it. Well, surprise, surprise. So when you're looking for a job, then you can tell, hey, here's $2,000. They'll train me. They'll pay you to train me. So you're not going to lose money, and you'll get a great, trained worker because I'm such a cool guy or whatever. So if somebody wants to hire you and they say they can't because you don't know it, say, don't worry. We can take care of that with a government program. And every state has that program. So, or something very similar. So when you go, you see that, you see the New Jersey, now you know the names to ask for. You need the apprenticeship program and on-the-job training. They're the key words. See, the whole thing in Google, you'll just say, oh, I want a grant for a job or something like that. You don't know what they call it. That's the hard part. Okay, here's another. $5,000 to $20,000 for women to train for a better job. And that's called WWIN Star Scholars. And also what it is, it pays people to coach women who want to get a job. So maybe you have a consulting business or you want to help people get work or job or life skills or something. There's a lot of coaching going on. So this is another place. This is a nonprofit organization. It's called WWIN.org. So see what that is. If it's not in your area, then look for something like that. You'll be looking for people who train people. So they're getting grants from the government to pay you because you're a mentor kind of person, okay? So that's how to get, okay? Here's something that's interesting. It's everywhere. It's free master's degree for Peace Corps and AmeriCorps graduates. So I don't know if you know Peace Corps, that's when you go and around the world and we help underdeveloped countries. And then we have AmeriCorps. And that's where the government hires people, young people usually, but you could be 70, 80 years old too and do this. And they don't pay you a lot wage, but you get a living wage and you get health care and things like that. And AmeriCorps is to help people in the United States. So we've been sending people all over the world to help other countries. And we need some help here too. So that's why we have AmeriCorps. And this is, so when you come back, then there's universities that give you a free master's degree because you went out and did this kind of work. So that's how would you know to ask that? Okay, here again, 50% of your salary paid for. Okay, approaching the free limit, man. They don't know I paid. In 21 seconds. Okay, I got to come back to number 4. This is going to be painful, isn't it? Okay, well, here's the next one. I'm back online now. Sorry. But number 4 is get 50% of your salary paid for, plus $25 a gas a week for gas. I don't know if that pays. I guess it goes too far, but folks, that was that's number 4, and that's available to almost every state. Now, the state here, I think, is Texas or somewhere, but you get that name and you go and find the same thing in your state. Boy, I hate these things. They just let's see where that is now here. And you read this from actually the follower. He has all the things. He has got a lot more in here too. All the links here are for where he found all this stuff. Also a free high school diploma or a GED. And all this other stuff for veterans, workforce development specialists. And actually, he explains here about starting a business too. How this guy gave like $50,000 worth of services for free. Oh, this is all in Arizona. He got all that there, and then that's why I say he's sharing that with you. I mean, I couldn't know about that without him talking about it. And he shows you the link of where that is. See, so if you're not in Arizona, that's okay. Now you know there's something like that where you live. And what you have to do is dig and start digging. Whoa, wow, did I do that again? No, start digging for the same kind of thing. If they have it one place, they're going to have it somewhere else. Okay, and that's what it's all about. That's what I spend on. That's how I do my whole life like that. Now, here's another thing on the Social Security trick. Watch this video. I mean, these are credible things. So it's not just some get-rich-quick thing. And I should learn more about this. And I didn't have a chance to verify it, but I have a note here that you should verify it and call your congressman's office. It's a way, go through that and learn a little bit. It's a 2 income families that are in retirement age or close to, how they could get an extra $75,000 if they do something right. Sorry, I don't know it all. It's all a matter of time, but I thought I'd share that with you. And I tell you how to contact your congressman. If you don't know how to contact your congressman, you go up to those that free website that I have up there where you download. Now, here's free cards. Now, there are a lot of these around here. chariotsforhope.org. Chariots, CHARIOTS 4, the number 4, hope, and then .org. By the way, there's Social Security. It's really here. Social Security, the new rules with benefits guru, Mary Beth Franklin, 2019. Okay, so you can just search that in Google and you'll get that video and they'll explain it to you. Okay, there's Chariots for Hope. And it's a nonprofit organization that gets cars and gives them for free. I think they're just in a couple states. They're located in Missouri, but they cover a couple of states. Now, here's free furniture and household goods. This is free. So, I mean, again, it's called Furniture Bank, and I think this is national here. Need furniture for your home. So go to Furniture Bank COH. Why is it COH? Anyway, Central Ohio. Furniture Bank CentralOhio.org. And I think it's also national. So see if that makes sense for you, because it's costs nothing. But see if they don't have it, then you go locally. Okay, how will you find that stuff locally? Okay, you go up to that free report on how local people will help you find that locally. Okay, now here's another one. $15,000 personal grant from the county to help your family. Wow, that's a lot of money for a grant. And it shows you here all the things. It's for community grants, it's for basic needs, it's for environmental education, all kinds of things. I read grants. Grants up to $10,000 to promote parents and family members to read to children. Wow. So how do you like to get $10,000 to read to children? How would you know to ask for that? Okay, that's a nonprofit, and Sonoma County, I think that's California. So if they have it there, see if they have it elsewhere. Home ownership programs for your state. This is a good place to start any state. See this website here, www.hud.gov, HUD.gov /states, then it has Arizona/home ownership. So take that URL and take out Arizona, put in Pennsylvania or wherever you are, and you'll see the major programs. Now, not everything. No one place has everything, but it's a place to start to see the major programs and what's available. And then when you go to there, then that will lead to something else. Okay, now here's something. These are IDAs. These are individual development accounts where you get $4 grant for every $1 you save. Okay, and this is one of the organizations that does that. It's called MIDASCOLLAB.org. Okay, asset development programs. See, they're all over the country also. So you find it there. Then you go to that download website of people who help you find it locally. If you're a Lesko member, I'll help you. You just, tell me, where you're looking for, and I'll show you where to help you find what's there. Grant money for emergencies. Okay, this is a Howard Benevolent Society.org. So this is, again, this is a sample. There are real emergency programs. See, that's why for me to do, getting every emergency program, that would be 1,000 pages or something. That's why it's so hard to do that nowadays. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is show you a sample. Okay, this is a sample. These programs are real. So show people are real. You want to talk to a real program? There it is. Now your job is to find it locally, okay? Because that's how this stuff works. A free high school diploma. Wow, how'd you know you could get that? So you never finished high school? Well, you get it for free. And these are real programs, okay? So they're there. Now you'll see, hey, these people have it. Why don't we? Okay, and you start looking around. Free training to be a firefighter. Actually, what's going on now, I think, and I'll look at this more later. This is in Michigan, they're giving this, but a lot of states have it. New York has it, I think, now a whole bunch of states. Because why? Volunteer firefighter shortage. That's how we have a shortage of firefighters. Maybe they're mostly millennials. I mean, not millennials, but baby boomers are retiring now. And so, I mean, that's a cool thing to do, isn't it? And you get free training on how to be a fireman. And then some of them get paid. I'm sure it's different in every county. Reduce property taxes and non-taxed income. And that's for firefighters. See, that's another thing. So if you're a firefighter, you also get your property taxes reduced. That's pretty cool. So you get trade for free, and then you get a bonus, and you're helping the community. I mean, what's better than to give? Free standby training for overdoses. They have this drug now. I forget what they call it, but it's free and it's available. And also there's free training. So this is an online free training course. And then actually I know in DC and a lot of cities now, the pharmacies have these. And if you know somebody who needs it or something, you just walk in and you get it free. And actually a lot of libraries have these. The librarians are trained like this, how to give this overdose emergency. It's for drug overdose emergencies. And I think like 70,000 people have died on drug overdose. I forget what that's, a year or whatever. And I'm thinking the other day how 70,000 people are dying from drug overdose and they're killing themselves, really. And we had 3,000 people die in the 9/11 attack, right? And we have 70,000 people killing themselves in this country. And the billions and billions and billions of dollars we spent on defense and counterterrorism and all this kind of stuff because of 9/11. What about this? We got 70,000 people killing themselves in this country because it's screwed up. And we're worried about 3,000. I mean, it's certainly important, but wow, our priorities. Well, that's another issue. Individual disaster relief. See, this is FEMA. We got more disasters all around. Okay, you see this, see what individual disaster relief is from a national. Maybe you already have a disaster and you don't even know about it. You had a big flood, you had a rain or something, a hurricane. See, you can contact them, see if you were in a disaster zone, and you get money for that. Let's see, $200 million in grants each year for small business ideas. and this is a government program, $200 million seed funding. Okay, so this is seed money for small business people. $200 million. Wow. That's just one program we never heard about. And it shows you how to pitch for the money. And sure, don't forget, there's no guarantee you get it. You got to apply or whatever. And this is a national program, so it doesn't matter where you live to do it. Now, here's a nice thing. I remember the fellow sent me a whole bunch of stuff. So I just put all his stuff in here because it was all sort of interesting about free rent, free food, free trips. Because he has things like here, fallingfruit.org. This is people who have extra fruit in their land or something. So they put them on this website. It's a national website. And you could go and get fruit for free. They don't want it to just, turn into, dust or whatever. And here, Park Service administered park passes for free. Now, here's an interesting one. Free and cheap lodging in exchange for work. You could go work on an organic farm and see. It's sort of like an Airbnb stuff. People are putting, okay, I have all this land, I need help on it, but you could stay here or whatever, or bring your camper and live here, and you work 10, 20 hours a week or something like that. Things like that. There are opportunities to live free. And there's caretaker. You want to be a caretaker? Well, this is a way to find things about around the world, actually, that you could do and live for free as a caretaker. Or global freeloaders. How do you like that? That's another one. Help X. So there are 4 hot websites there that really it's a place to live for free. National Park Admittance, and that's lifetime passes for certain people. A free trip expeditions for veterans. So that's vetexpeditions.com. Vet, VETEXPEDITIONS.com. Okay, find the lowest gas prices. Okay, you're driving around the city. Oh my God, that's so much. This is so little. What's going on? So now there's something called Gas Buddy. It's an app that you can find who has the lowest gas when you're around. So you're traveling around a gas station, you don't know, and all those things by the highway are probably the most expensive. Free and low-cost dental and health services. So that's a sample there. ChristianCommunityHealth.org. See, there's so much out there. That's what frustrates me, is that people are hurting out there for services or money and things like that. And we have this stuff that's not advertised. That's why people don't know about it. You have to learn how to dig. And that's what I hope this does, is help teach you how to dig. Okay, scam joint relief products. Yeah, and listen, see if you bought one of these joint relief products, they're scams, and you may be able to get money back, and that's at the Federal Trade Commission. Free immigration assistance, emergency grants, and free health care. This is all for immigration. So if you're an immigrant in this country, that's the kind of things and this is actually in Rochester, but it's everywhere. We have that everywhere because that's the Department of Health and Human Services provides this money to every city and state in the country. So that's it. Oh, we're up to 20 already. Take a few extra dollars in line of matching, talking on the phone, taking surveys. I mean, people, it's not big money, but here, see what I say. It's little, they want people to fill out surveys, So some company wants to take a survey, so they hire some company who tries to find people to take a survey, and they say, hey, I'll give you $5 if you take this survey. So that's what it is, and you make $5 while you're watching a ball game or something like that. So you do a bunch of those a day, and it could be $100 for the month. That's nice. Survey Junkie online surveys. Okay, free installation for your home. Now this is a couple $1,000s worth of installation, which is pretty cool, or hot, depending on where you live. But it's called LHEIP. Logo LIHEIP. Oh, that's I'm editing as we go. Find your local. So what you want to do is search for LIHEAPCH.ACF.HHS.gov. But if you just put Google now, LIHEAP, and make sure, and then HHS, because that's Health and Human Services. That's where this money comes from. So this is the Department of Health that's giving you money to weatherize your home or insulate your home or whatever. Now, who would have thought? You'd think you go to HUD, right, or something like that. Department of Agriculture. No, Department of Health and Human Services. That's why you don't know what to ask. We don't know the questions to ask. See how my new hearts? I'm sneaking questions in these hearts now too. So that's important. So I'll show you how to get that. 12,500 grand to local artists. Right. See, there's so much art money now again. And I did a couple of things on this earlier. So this is one. It's called ncarts.org. So if you go there, ncarts.org, find out there. If it's not locally for you, then start digging where you are. And here's grants for artists in Mississippi, $5,000. Yeah, and that. If you're in Mississippi, it's arts.ms for government for Mississippi, and then .gov. So arts, ARTS .ms.gov. Okay, that's for grants for Mississippi. Extra cash for food, rent, utilities, emergencies, and healthcare. Well, this is an organization called GoBeyondHunger.org. GoBeyondHunger.org. Okay. So as I see that organization, hey, look there's nonprofit organizations doing stuff like that. You know, it's not where I live, but man, that should inspire you to look where you live. I got some things. A lot of people putting notes with this, and if the notes are, of interest, then I add them to it too. $5,000 grant money to help your community. See, they help your community. Don't you want to help your community? Well, find that kind of money. Yeah. $1,800 to pay your utility bill. This is the Department of in Washington, D.C. $1,800. Man, you got a big utility bill if it's $1,800, but that's what they give. 12 sources of grant money for artists, crafts, and art lovers. It's all there. And I think I did another thing on this earlier. Free money and help to get a better job, start a business, and get free training. This is New York City, but look at that. And you see all the kinds of things that are there and say, hey, well, more than likely there's something like that near you, okay? And that's what I can't, there's 20,000 cities or something like that. And I can't have all the programs from every city in there. So that's what I want to do is show you a sample. So you go out and look and then show you how to find your sources for paying your bills. And this is needyhelppayingbills.com. Now they're selling names, so be careful. They're selling stuff, and because it's a .com. But I found that most people, that sell this kind of stuff that you run into, that are .coms, these aren't so bad. So they could give you a start on stuff. Here's money and help to go back and finish college. Yeah. So you haven't finished college, want to do it? You're 40 years old, like me? I'm 70. All right, go back. Free local course on starting a business if you sign up in person. Yeah, I mean, this is neat. I mean, people don't realize, and this is from Goodwill. Goodwill has free courses on starting a business. See, Goodwill is, you think of it as just, old clothes, but no. The money they get from old clothes or whatever you're giving them are using to train people to get better jobs. So what they have now are courses on entrepreneuring, and they'll give them to you free if you show up. So you just can't go, and they're online courses. So you can take an online course for free, but you have to show up, to apply. And it's great. Where else are you going to get that? You go online, somebody's going to charge you $300. It's called GW Career Campus. That's the one from Goodwill. Sorry. Money to pay for childcare. Now this is available in every city and state. So here I give you the link for the national office. It's acf.hhs.gov. And you want to know here, state and territory child care and development funds administrators. So you go there, find your state, and then check out what your state has. Free and cheap flights for the military. There's a lot of stuff in here. Free wheelchairs for warriors. I think I'll make it through the night. I ate some peanuts, I think, and that's what they get stuck sometime. I forget. And these are both national programs, so all kind of good free flights for military and ex-military and things. Free phone and tech equipment and hard for hearing aids for the blind and deaf. That's ftri.org. That's it. Free. Find a local nonprofit to help you when your money's low. These are community action agencies, and this is a listing. If you go to communityactionpartnership.com, communityactionpartnership.com, find the group near you. They're getting a lot of federal money to give you money when you're, need money. This is make an extra quick $400 as a handyman and house cleaner. This is handy. That's one of those places. It's gig economy stuff, but it's cool. I think you ought to start learning about the gig economy because this is something that's going to keep growing and be a great source for everybody. And here's quality health care for the uninsured. It's called the careclinic.org. Again, it's a local one, and you got to find one where you. Okay, to save me from coughing on you for the next 20 minutes or whatever it is, I think you get the idea. The stuff is there. There's a lot. It's going to take work on your part. And I'm trying to move my face here. So you have to do the work. And up there in the beginning of this report are 2 links. You download them, and that gives you the help you need to find them. Or you join Lesko Help. And I'll point you to anything, and that's what I do. I mean, I show you the websites where you live, or how to find them where you live. I answer your questions 24/7, and it's personal one-on-one. I do all that stuff myself now, and I love doing it because that's how I learn. Like this, people tell me stuff, and I want to share it with other people, so other people tell me. So if you you have good stuff to share, you want me to share it with other people, and send me an email at LeskoFreeRadio@gmail.com. Okay? And if you want to join Lesko Help, www.free.lesko.com/Lesko Help. Okay? Thanks, guys. Take care. Sorry about all the problems here.